Okay. Hola, hola. I'm Nereida. And yes, I have a tarot message for you. I'm going to try a new perspective here because sometimes I like when you can see the cards, how they're being laid out. And, sometimes I miss messages. It happens. And maybe your intuition, gives you a message from some of the symbology or pictures on the cards. So, yeah, just kind of changing the view here a little bit. I've already shuffled all the cards. And I have a little stack here of the tarot cards that I'm going to use. We're going to pick one Rose Oracle Rose Oracle card to start off with, and we'll place it right over there. I have some rose quartz, lapis lazuli, brown striped agate, some rose quartz on the table, some aragonite, and I did want to light this candle for us as well. So take a deep breath in, center yourself into your heart space, get clear about any intentions that you have, any clarity messages that you need. And let's get to it. So these are shuffled, yes, and we're just gonna, let's pick one card from the Rose Oracle that'll give us an overall energy. I really want this, actually pause. The intention of this reading, I really wanted it to be kind of like an overview of the month of February. I'm feeling like February is going to be a month of a lot of new beginnings. So let's just overall one card for the month of February. And if you have any other messages that you are wanting to get clarity for, go ahead and hold on to those because it might pop up anyway. All right, we have plant yourself here, integration, embodiment, and grounded action. So yeah, I love it. Like I said, I feel like February is going to be a month of a lot of new beginnings. This means what I feel from this card is that throughout the winter, you have been somebody that has been doing a lot of integration work, and you're in a place in your life where you feel that you are embodying most of your energy. What does that mean? That means that, you know, a lot of times we have certain personality traits or character traits that somehow, we're aware of, but we're not really sure why we behave from those places. And so, you do the work around it to pay attention to when and where those things, those parts of you are triggered. And then you can actually take that energy, and let's say it's an energy that's a little bit shadowy, you can shed some light on it. And most of the time we realize that those personality traits actually have a lot of wisdom in them, and that we do need those parts. It's not about cutting the ego away and, killing the ego. No, it's about loving that part of yourself, knowing when it's appropriate to use that energy and how to use it, and then integrating it and embodying it. And then from there, you can take action from a grounded place, meaning that you're not going to be impulsive, you're not indecisive. No, you know what you want, you know who you are, and you are taking steps towards what you want, okay? Beautiful, beautiful energy to start out the reading here. I think I do want to take a look though at the booklet and see what it says. I always find that I get surprised with messages that are helpful. So let's see. Invite your soul to come all the way in, from your knees to your nose, your cheeks to your toes. Fully embody your life. Drop the defensive walls. Let your soul land and occupy each and every cell. Anchor all parts of you into the here and now. Life is here even when death is here. Birth isn't possible without it, and you came here to birth this world anew. Don't you remember? Fully commit to living this life. Put your 2 feet and your ancient soul wholly and completely in. This is the card of the one who's committed to being the bridge between heaven and earth. Ooh, I love that. The embodied mystic. They know that they don't need to denounce either heaven or earth. Rather, they are weaver of worlds, here to embody their soul more and more with each new day, here to weave the sacred back into everyday life. This card is an invitation to commit more fully to your life as a soul having a human experience, to invite your soul to grow roots that reach deep so that you can grow tall, to commit to your humanity and your expansion at once. The rose invites us to embrace all stages of life on earth, from the buds to the bloom, from the cutting back to the fruit. Her beauty and sweet scent are an embodiment of heaven, a nectarous reward for being here. The rose reminds us to take a moment to properly enjoy the sweetness and that heaven really can be a place on earth. How can you commit more to your life? Wow, that is so beautiful. Yeah, I really feel like for a lot of us, last year was such a wake up call, such a shakeup of energy, really humbling, very much kind of like, yeah, you thought that's what you were here to do. You thought that's what you were going to do. And this, guess what? That's not the plan. Redirect. And now we're in this place where we really do realize that we have a lot of capacity to create the life that we want here on the planet, and then that's actually what the planet needs, is for us to reclaim our power and to create new ways of doing things, right? So okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick to 4 cards from this deck to give us an energy for each week of February. And we have the star. I love that at the bottom of the deck. That's healing. I'm not going to, even if the cards come in reversal, I'm not going to place them on the table in reversal, but I will speak about those energies. And that's 2. We have, I'm pretty sure there's only 4 weeks in February. And I think that it's also a leap year, I believe. So that's kind of cool, right? All right, 1 more card, please, Spirit, for the last week of February. All right. Wow, these are really strong cards here. All right. So, wow. Major Arcana right out the bat. Okay. So we have Justice, 5 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and the World. First week of February, right out the bat, Justice. This is Libran energy. This is about the truth. This is about the scales becoming balanced. This is about some kind of energy that is requiring balance, coming into balance. This is the first week of February, and we love that. There's the blade of truth here and the karmic scales. So this is definitely telling me about some kind of information coming to light here on the first week of February, which today's the 1st. Happy February 1st. Don't forget to blow your cinnamon into your home from the front door. Outside, you stand outside of the door, take some cinnamon in the palm of your hand, say a little prayer. I always like to use my left hand because it's where I'm receiving, and place some cinnamon on your palm, say a gratitude prayer. Remember to actually include the call for abundance of energy and health to go along with that prosperity of currency. We need energy to keep up, right? So, and then you take it in your palm and you blow it into your home, okay? So a little tidbit that popped out there. Okay, so for February, first week of February, Justice. All right, I love that. I can't wait to get into some clarity cards to see what that energy is that's coming into balance. For the second week of February, we do have a lot of what I see is opposing communication, opposing ideas. The 5 of Swords usually denotes loss of energy here. Okay, so it also can be um, a here, and it's some of the key words here are conflict and upheaval. So whatever happens here, whatever this blade of truth is that comes in on that first week of February, could potentially cause this feeling of loss and upheaval in that second week of February that we're seeing. Um, Although I want to point out that, with the serpent kind of like wrapped around that middle blade, I feel like what it's telling me here is that there's always the ultimate truth to come back to, knowledge, and the to me, the serpent is very much about wisdom and knowledge, right? And so, even though there are all of these opposing energies, conflicting energies, lots of information that's causing maybe, it could be like arguments, is what I'm thinking, or, just opposing ideas. There's a lot of healing energy that's surrounding it as well. And sometimes things need to get hashed out, right? I mean, sometimes all sides have to put down have to put down what it is that they're holding on to, and that energy needs to be sifted through and hashed out. But there is one ultimate truth here, and lots of healing energy around it, okay? So let's move on to the third week of February. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and I know that you noticed that both of these cards for the third and fourth week popped out in its reversal. In this deck in specific, especially, there are no reversals. However, I will talk about all of the possible energies here. In the fourth week of February, excuse me, on the third week of February, Wheel of Fortune, we have destiny and karma. Justice comes in at the beginning of the month to give us information, to give us the truth, to balance out and weigh the scales, right? We have some opposing energies that come in. There is conflicting energy here. But the Wheel of Fortune in the third week of the month really tells me that there's a turn of events here. So this is karmic, this is destiny. This means that, and I want you to see how there's a serpent that's wrapped around this blade of truth, and it's the same serpent, it's that same truth that comes in and takes all of the elements and unifies them to create something new. It's a turn of events. It is a turning of the wheel. Okay. Wheel of Fortune is associated with the number 10. That could be important to you. This is the completion of a cycle. Okay. And being that it's at the middle, like towards the middle of the journey of the Fool, this is like that midway marker point, looking back at all the things that we need to clear up in our energy, in our lives, in our mind, just clearing up our heads and moving towards this new, and then kind of like, okay, this is where I'm at. Plant yourself here. This is where I'm at in my life. What's new? What's coming now? What's coming ahead? Like, what is ahead of me? I can't even talk right now. Okay, so in its reversal, of course, the Wheel of Fortune in its reversal, it could, what I'm getting right now in specific is that this could be something that you've already gone through before. It's a revisitation of an energy, something that you've already gone through. It's karmic, it's destined to be. Guess what? You got to look at it again, okay? You thought you were done with it, and the Wheel of Fortune says you're back at square one because there's something that you missed, okay? So it could be that. It could be, a new cycle in something that again, a new cycle in something that's already been, you've already gone through. You're seeing this it's just a new cycle, kind of like revisiting something old. It could be that you feel that you're getting the short end of the stick when it comes to, whatever clarity came through. Like the Wheel of Fortune has turned, and like all things in life, there's a cycle. what goes up must come down, I heard. Okay, so sometimes that karmic wheel of justice does not bring, good feelings. Maybe for some of you, it will be uncomfortable for this when this wheel of fortune turns. Some endings, beginnings. With the world card here, which I remember, if I remember correctly, maybe I'll look back. Came up, it was, I'm not sure if it was all the way reversed. It looked like it was sideways when it fell out, but it's the world for the last week of February, which I really love because this is definitely a completion of energy. This is a complete ending of a cycle going into a new cycle, and this talks about reward and success. So it could come in a way that you didn't even see, is what I'm hearing. Oh, do I need to cover that? Come on, like, what's the big deal? Um, so, oh yeah, also look at that. We have the serpent again, right? So this truth, this knowledge, this wisdom that comes in is so big, okay? From the justice card. Whatever that truth is, whatever's being balanced out here, whatever's getting hashed out, that wisdom really follows us through to in this month. And I do see, again, a lot of healing energy here. There's intuition, there's healing, there's harmony with the rainbow colors. Really beautiful energy for February, I must say. I mean, it does feel like it's going to come with a little bit of discomfort, or maybe it's not that uncomfortable. Maybe it's just, um I'm laughing because I am the cozy queen, okay? Like, I don't really enjoy conflict. Although for somebody that doesn't enjoy conflict, there have been periods in my life where that is all that I was met with, okay? So I know that hard conversations, confronting energies is not fun. It's not fun. But at the end of the day, boy, is it rewarding. Isn't it just the best thing when you can, like, when you clean your place, you clean your room, you clean your space, and you feel so good after all, like you had stuff thrown all over the place. That's the energy here too. It's like energetic. Like in your life, there's some cleaning up that's happening, and some balancing of the scales. And at the end of the day, it's just so beautiful, so rewarding. Okay. So, all right, let's get into some clarity cards for this. All right. I'm going to use my Vision Quest Oracle. I love this one because, a lot of the times tarot readers get stuck in relationship readings that are only romantic. And hey, guess what? There are so many other relationships in our lives. And I want to know about those too. So, all right, let's pick a card to clarify our justice. And let's get really clear. What is this energy that needs to come in and get balanced? What is this about, Spirit? Please give us a card that will bring us some clarity. Small medicine wheel. Okay, this is that wheel of fortune again. Okay, this is very beautiful, hopeful energy. I think that the truth that comes in here, what needs to be balanced, is this karmic, destined to be, turn of events. There is, I'm hearing, that's so funny. I heard a couple of things. The truth will set you free. I heard, the truth is what will turn the wheel. It's inevitable. It is inevitable. This will happen one way or another. This truth will be revealed, whether it is by you, whether it is by some happenstance like situation that you are not even going to see coming. This the scales of karma will be balanced. I keep hearing. Okay, intense. Definitely this end of a karmic cycle here. Okay. All right, let's clear up for our Five of Swords for our second week of February. What is this upheaval about? Because I'm feeling with all of the swords, I feel like, these are words. I heard them is fighting words, like there is some conflict here that will be getting hashed out. Seven of air. Wow. Okay, futility. All right, let's talk about this, okay? Because it came in its reversal. Traditionally, the seven of air would denote the seven of swords, okay? I want to point out something. I love when this happens. I talk about it often in my readings, but there's seven birds up here that, I've never really talked about. There's seven of them, and they're dark birds. And so sometimes birds that are like crows, blackbirds, they're usually associated with like negative thoughts or tumultuous thoughts. Now, with futility, this is like throwing in the towel. Resistance is futile. Remember, we said it's inevitable. It is inevitable. These scales need to be balanced. This truth needs to come through. Seven of air, seven of swords. There's some kind of sneaky energy here. Some kind of energy that maybe was a lie or omitting the truth. Some kind of information that was not shared and now needs to be cleaned up. And that's what this Five of Swords is, that they're, in what world is you finding out that somebody has lied to you or left some information out going to feel good? It's not going to feel good. So there is this feeling of like, oh my God, just, yeah, conflict. Like, what did you do? What did you say? What happened? So there is this feeling of like there has to be some hashing out here. Okay. All right, let's get one more card for this Wheel of Fortune here. And yeah, it's like, somebody really thought they got away with something. That's funny. Oh, Nine of Earth. So interesting, because when I picked up the deck after this card, this was at the bottom of the deck. So third week of February, Nine of Earth, accumulation. All right, so the wheel turns. The truth has come out. Maybe for some of you, you can finally move forward. Nine of Earth is associated with the Nine of Pentacles, and it's usually a single person. The Nine of Pentacles is usually seen as like that step towards the Empress. So this is a lot of like self-love. This is a lot of like, okay, let me gather my energy after, finding whatever, hashing out this situation over here. Let's move forward now with a new energy of abundance. This is now giving space for that energy of abundance. I'm hearing understanding and forgiveness, because we see a lot of different types of like nurturing foods here. So it's a nurturing energy, kind of like closing the chapter on this upheaval and moving into a more abundant, nurturing energy here. Okay, let's see. The world, Spirit, can you please give us a clarity card for the world for our 4th week of February? And remember, I talked about that feeling of like cleaning up your space. Gosh, when I clean up my room, like when I clean up my space, I'm definitely feeling like 9 of Pentacles. I feel like, whew, just so settled and in my body, embodied. It feels so good. So I would love, like, that's how I want my life to be. I want it to always be clear. And oh, look, we left behind a card here. That's interesting. 7 of Earth, depletion. Interesting. Remember that black crow that we talked about? Negative thoughts. Okay, 10 of Earth, you guys, wealth. So we went from the 9 of Earth to the 10 of Earth. This is a big jump of energy, It's like there is some discomfort to go through, but that it's like what is the saying? The only way out is through. You have to go through that discomfort in order to clean it up and move forward with the life that you want. This is, going from self-love to having that reflected to you in your life. 10 of Earth, this is ultimate wish fulfillment. Like, this is what, your goals being met in abundance. This is abundance. I mean, what more can you say about abundance? This is like, beyond. This is super abundance is what I want to say. It is beyond feeling like you have a bunch of money in your account. This is like a flow of energy. This is richness in life, richness of relationships. And this is the world that you are stepping into, that you are creating by clearing up whatever this karmic energy is over here. It's definitely karmic, there is a lesson here. It's a big lesson around clear communication, honesty, and integrity. Okay, it's a big, big lesson, and it's not comfortable, I know, but it is bringing in lots of fruits. Okay, we have challenging times here. Okay, so to go a little bit deeper, it's funny because I'm like, what we've read so far, what we have discovered so far can really be placed in any situation. This could be at work. This could be your taxes. This could be romantic relationships. This could be a truth with yourself, some kind of conflicting energy in your life that you're having to face and balance the scales. 2 cards just flew out. So we have success and growth and confront. So yeah, there is definitely, I'm going to put them back because I wasn't very focused. But I will say that is moving towards shadow work, moving towards clearing up some kind of misunderstanding, some, shadow energy. All right, which we do see here with the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Air. Okay, so let's go deeper with the Justice and the small medicine wheel. This new chapter starting because the scales are getting balanced. All right, can we please go deeper, Spirit? We have open up. I love that. This is really beautiful energy because what I feel is like what the message that I'm getting here is like, don't be afraid of justice coming in. I'm feeling Saturn energy coming in as well. Saturn is, like the strict father of the sky, bringing us karmic lessons. And just like a fatherly figure can be so strict and stern that it could be scary. But what I'm hearing here is like, don't be afraid to allow that energy to come into balance. Don't be afraid of Saturn, because Saturn energy is also extremely, like, it is so helpful for your growth. Like, it is so necessary. Now I'm a little bit oh, look at that. I opened right to the page, so I know that I had to come to it. I was just really wanting to see what the red suit is, because I know it's not cups. And I'm thinking, is this, I think this is the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Withdrawal, blocks, control, release. Sometimes past sorrows cause you to withdraw both from your emotions and from other people as a way of preventing further pain. However, this closing up or shutting down prevents a free flow of energy from and to you, interfering with the ability of the universe to fulfill your desires. When this card appears, it suggests that you may have blocked or closed off your energy in some way. Have you let sadness or fear prevent you from moving forward into more satisfying, loving relationships? Release this blocking energy by working with affirmations, prayers, and your spirit guides. The more you open up your energy field, the sooner you will receive what you desire. Also, watch out for the need to control. For relationships to thrive, the energy must be free-flowing. Everyone must have the right to self-expression. When you open yourself up, you allow relationships to grow and evolve. So beautiful. So again, remember that Saturn energy we were talking about. It's like, don't be afraid. Allow yourself to feel what it is that you need to feel. Allow yourself to move forward with certain actions that you have to take. Don't close yourself off to this lesson. It could be like the lesson of a lifetime, I'm hearing, where you really open up the floodgates of abundance. Okay, look at that. Embrace. This is the World card again at the very bottom of the deck. This is definitely an affirmation, like, go through this lesson and see your heart expansion, see how everything in your life flourishes because you had the courage to go through this. Okay, so second week of February, let's get some clarity cards for Five of Swords and Seven of Air. All right, we have teach, the number 5. This is associated with the Hierophant. Okay, so this is definitely a soul path lesson. Okay, this is definitely a soul path lesson. You might, what I'm hearing here is that you might be somebody that is very much connected to a higher power, to your inner intuitive. You could be somebody also very traditional, you know, and definitely you could be a teacher as well. You could be some kind of person that people come to you, you know, for to ask questions for wisdom and knowledge and to help, you know, like, hey, I need some advice. Help me out with this. This could also be you looking towards somebody for help in when it comes to this Five of Swords and the Seven of Air. Maybe you need to find guidance, you know, or seek counsel is what I'm hearing. There could be some energy of like seeking counsel. Okay, interesting. I also, what I'm hearing is that maybe in the future, interesting, we have this the Shine card here. I do believe that's a star card. Yeah, that's a star card. Healing. I feel like when you heal from this, when you move through this, you're actually going to be able to use that energy that you learned from to actually share with the world. Like, you'll have a story, you'll have some kind of it's like a rite of passage, I'm hearing, and you'll have this information to share with people and help other people with what you have gone through. The Hierophant. Okay, let's see. For the third week of February, Wheel of Fortune and Nine of Earth. Please, Spirit, can you please give us a card to go deeper with that? We have Rest and Reconsider. Okay, so this is, yeah, Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Earth. 9 is an important number here as well. And 9 is also a number of completion. Okay, so it's also associated with the Hermit. So I'm not surprised that we have here rest and reconsider. So in that third month, I think, maybe, oh, look at how I love when this happens. Okay, look at this. Didn't I just say 9 associated with the Hermit? So at the bottom of the deck, we actually have the Hermit. So I feel like in that third week, that wheel, that karmic wheel turns. Something shifts. There's an abundance that is unlocked, and it comes from taking time to process what just went on in those first 2 weeks of February, whatever that clearing up of energy is, whatever the balancing of the scales is there. There's some time where there's some space taken to go inward and maybe take a solo trip. I feel like that's been coming up a lot in my readings, where you take a moment, you take a beat to be in your own energy and think about what the world means to you. What is having the world? We tell people that we love all the time, for you, the world. Well, what is that? What does that really mean? What is that you would consider to be the ultimate abundance in your life? What is this wealth? Okay, so that's what you're going into, that energy in that third week, after that big turn of events, after that big wheel of fortune makes its turn. All right, the world for the fourth week of February. What's this world's energy, please, Spirit? Woo! Change your focus. Interesting. I feel like this is really interesting energy, because it is like perhaps you realize that you have been placing your focus on all the wrong things. Maybe this energy comes in and shows you that all you really had to do was change the focus, change where you were placing your energy. And that's what brings you your 10 of Earth. It's like literally just moving the focus over to something else. Now, I love all of the trees back here, because to me that shows rootedness and groundedness. I love that here, as opposed to the darker birds, we have white birds kind of flying overhead. For me, that's like hope, clear thoughts. I want to read from the book, because I know that this is the 5 of Cups. So sometimes the 5 of Cups denotes, a loss of love. But let's see. Yeah, disappointment, loss, shift, and appreciate. Some disappointment and sadness are inevitable. How you deal with it determines the quality of your life. It may be that you've recently experienced a loss, perhaps the end of a friendship or a failed romance. Maybe your family isn't providing the support you need, or you regret decisions you've made. Any number of situations can cause unhappiness. When relationships don't turn out the way you expected, it's naturally to feel upset and hurt. However, it's not healthy to remain in that state for too long. When this card appears, it's time to put those sores behind you and shift your focus to what is good and positive in your life. Appreciate the people who love you and your ability to give love to others. Take stock of what brings you joy. Taking charge of your own happiness is key here. Focus on what you have and are thankful for, and attract more of the same. So for sure, for some of you, whatever this energy is that gets kind of sifted through in this first 2 weeks will result in some kind of loss of energy. Maybe you will decide to walk away, 9 of Earth, from some situation that taught you a really strong lesson. And this turning of the wheel gives you the space to actually refocus your energy towards yourself and accumulate, and yeah, accumulating your energy and your wealth. It's like Spirit is saying, you have been so stuck in this crapola over here that you have been missing the mark on what you need to be focusing on. And that's your happiness, your wealth, your self-love. And let's say that this is some kind of like, emotional relationship, some kind of truth coming to light that does cause some pain and discomfort. What I'm also seeing here is like, in life, the Wheel of Fortune, there's energy that what was, I lost a little bit of what was coming through, but it's like the energy that I'm feeling is like, focus your energy on what is on the good of the situation. What did you learn from this? Focus on that. Focus on the fact that you grew and you learned from this situation, and now you know better and you're not going to do it again. Hopefully, I mean, that's the point of learning these big karmic lessons, right? Is that we grow, our soul grows, our soul expands, and we can become ambassadors of the new world because we have more energy to hold light by letting go of the things that weigh us down, by, standing in our integrity and counting our losses, being like, okay, this time I lost, but guess what? I still have all of this abundance over here. And there are still beautiful things to focus on. I don't have to be stuck in this over here. I just got the opportunity to clear this up and move on. Move on, whether it is in an energy of integration of all of this. Maybe there's forgiveness over here. We didn't really get into those energies because I really just wanted to focus on the overall here. But it's like, still what I'm seeing here is like, no matter what happens over here, you learned. You were taught something. Okay? And then the Wheel of Fortune turns, most likely in your favor. 9 of Earth. This is abundance. You take some time, you reconnect to yourself. You gather yourself, taking some time, and then you step out into the world, moving forward with your focus on creating abundance for yourself, for your family, for whoever, just this sense of like great abundance and being like, yeah, I've been through some stuff and it sucked. Yeah, I'm going to keep looking ahead because that's where my 10 of Earth is, you know? That's what I'm going to focus on right here. The bag. Okay? That positive energy, health. All right, let's get 3 cards just to kind of wrap this beautiful February. Okay, so 2 cards wanted to pop out here. Interesting. We have the word integration here again. 1 more card, Spirit, for the wrapping up of this energy. Beautiful. Frequency. All right, this is how I'm going to place them. So to wrap this up, oh, I love this. Couple of little synchronicities here. All right, prayer. Definitely. I love how sometimes I'm not like super paying attention where I'm laying down the cards. You might notice that it's like, it just felt like, okay, that naturally. But what I love is that then I see like, yeah, this situation requires prayer. It requires asking for guidance. Remember we said that with the Hierophant card, with the Teach card. It's like, if you need to seek counsel, do that. If you don't know how to move forward, say that, do that. I don't know is a powerful statement to open up to learning. Conversation with Great Spirit. this is definitely, it's definitely telling me that in these first two, I mean, always prayer, right? But definitely if you're feeling a little bit lost with how to communicate something or how to be in integrity, prayer, I'm hearing, converse with whatever higher power you believe in. Maybe you don't believe in anything, just converse with yourself, you know? Okay, so second card is integration. We heard that at the very beginning of the reading with our plant yourself here card, integration, yoking, surrendering the ego to the soul. This is sacred union. And when I downloaded this word, this energy in specific, it was really, this feeling of the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Earth, where it's like, this is sacred union with the self, bringing in all the pieces of ourselves that we have broken away from along the way to create a sacred union within ourselves, bringing the this is the hieros gamos, the sacred masculine with the sacred feminine within. And it could also mean a sacred union outside of yourself. Coming into that sacred union with yourself then puts you in this energy of completion. You are an integrated person, you're grounded, and now the likelihood of you attracting that energy in somebody else is much higher, because now you know what it's like in you. Now you're this little beacon of integration, and it's coming together. This is a symbol actually that came to me in a dream state many years ago. And I remember waking up and this symbol was in my third eye, and I hurried up and I grabbed a pen and I drew it out. And to this day, I think about it, and it very much, for me, symbolizes, not only myself, but, I'm human and I definitely love connection. And I do, pray that one day my sacred partner will come in. I've kind of released that to God for sure. Not kind of, I have released it to God, and he will have to come down from those clouds. Just kidding. I don't really think of God like that, but just for jokey jokes, he's going to have to come down from that cloud and sit on my bed and be like, listen, this is the man. Okay, this is who you are going to invest your time and energy to. And that hasn't happened yet. So here we go. We keep going. Frequency. Take care of your energy. I love that we use the rose oracle at the very beginning. We have rose medicine. The rose has the highest frequency of love on the planet. Spend a lot of time with roses. Bring some roses into your home. Make an offering of roses to a deity that you connect with. I'm hearing Ganesh, like connect to Ganesh, because this first 2 weeks, we're still moving a little bit through some turbulence. It seems like a little bit of work still to be done, and some obstacles to be moving through, and we need help with that sometimes. Solfeggio frequencies, you can find them on YouTube. Use them to sleep with, use them to meditate. But raise your frequency, because you are in this state of moving through, clearing up some old energies, tying up some loose ends, and coming into your 10 of Earth. This World card, I love it so much. By the end of February, I really feel like your life is going to look very different. Our lives might look very different, because we will have moved through this clunkiness over here. Let that wheel of fortune turn, and moving into a whole new world. Love it so much. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Thank you for sticking through this reading with me. I hope that you got some good guidance, some good messages, definitely a lot of information. So hopefully, you got some of the information that you were looking for. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will definitely see you next time with another tarot reading from Keep the Channel on Love.